Let's talk about my girl, Wendy Williams. How are you doing? Well, I'm so glad I was able to do that because, the voice is still, it's still a work in progress. I'm still getting over the sickness and things. So we have an update on Wendy, and unfortunately, it's not a good one. So according to her guardian, she is giving people an update on her medical status and saying that she's been permanently incapacitated by her dementia battle. And this is what she said in the latest legal wrangle over the Stars Tell All documentary. So shout out to the Sun because the Sun always got the scoop, and TMZ and all of them have picked it up. So this is a legit story. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal the stunning court, and they stay on the tee in regards to Wendy. They was the one that was breaking about the husband cheating and all kinds of other stuff. So they can exclusively reveal that the stunning court admission by attorneys for Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, which was entered into the record as she battles with Lifetime over the doc, Where is Wendy Williams? In the filing, Sabrina's legal team calls Wendy, who's 60, an acclaimed entertainer who tragically has been afflicted by early onset dementia and as a result has become cognitively impaired and permanently incapacitated. The admittance and the extent of Wendy's illness is a crushing blow to her loyal fan base, many who have held out hope that one day she would make a triumphant return. Well, child, I don't know what the hell y'all was thinking that was going to happen because if you have frontal temporal dementia and aphasia, she wasn't coming back from that. Hello? If you don't believe me, go take a trip over to Bruce Willis. He's got the same situation, and he's on a cognitive decline. So there was no coming back from that. The damage is done, no shade, but I'm just saying. So the admittance of the extent of Whitney's illness is a crushing blow. Oh, I already read that. Now it says the filing further states in January of 2022, after becoming aware of a pattern of disturbing events concerning Wendy's welfare and finances, Wells Fargo took the highly unusual step of initiating a guardianship proceeding on its own initiative in the Supreme Court in New York County, the guardianship proceeding to seek the court appointment of an independent guardian for Wendy's financial affairs. Now, in the document, the Guardian's legal team pleads to the court for certain portions of the case about Wendy's health, familial relationships, and finances to be eradicated to protect her privacy. We respect requests for the court grant a plaintiff's motion for limited redactions to protect her non-public information from the guardianship proceeding that have been placed under seal by the court overseeing that proceeding. This is according to the papers. Back in February, Wendy's guardian tried to stop Lifetime from releasing its documentary with the iconic TV show host with a restraining order. The request was quickly overturned by an appellate judge who found stopping Lifetime from airing the documentary would be an impermissible prior restraint on speech that violates the First Amendment of this institution. And last I checked, didn't Wendy agree to do the documentary along with her manager at the time and all those other enablers that was in her inner circle? Now maybe she wasn't of sound mind at the time. However, the contract is the contract, and they went through the court. The court said what it said, and it is what it is. So now Sabrina's trying to pull these little stunts and shows, whatever the case is. Meanwhile, you had Wendy out here saying that people out here taking her money. And what's going on with that? How she was worth $60 million. And they said she barely had 2 quarters to rub together. So now Wendy's guardian filed a lawsuit against Lifetime and the production companies involved in it on February 20th, just days before the doc was released. But according to a filing, the guardian never served the original complaint. And that's why I've been looking at this. I've been side-eyeing Sabrina in this whole situation from the damn beginning. Like, I don't believe nothing that come out of this lady's mouth. So she filed the amended complaint on September 16th, 2024, which was served to all defendants, including A&E Television Networks, E1 Reality Productions, Lifetime Entertainment Services, Creature Films, and director Mark Ford. The suit was then moved to a federal court from New York Supreme Court in October. Since then, the defendants have filed countersuits against Wendy's guardian. Now, they said, as the U.S. Sun previously reported, Wendy was diagnosed with alcohol-related brain damage before she was placed in a guardianship in 2022. In 2019, Wendy was given the devastating alcohol-related brain damage diagnosis during a rehab stay in Delray Beach, Florida, according to sources. While in Florida, a brain scan was done as part of Wendy's rehab stay. A neurologist sat down with the star, her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., who's 23, and her then husband, Kevin Hunter Sr., who's 51. The doctor explained to them that Wendy is suffering from alcohol-related brain damage. They told her that the alcohol abuse had done permanent damage to the layers in her brain. Well, that goes to show she was drinking heavily. And another thing, I was actually quite surprised how well she was able to hide it until like the later parts of the seasons when she started forgetting the little things. And you had, you know, Norman, because I almost forgot his damn name, Nortman, as she used to call him, up there coaching her throughout the Hot Topics. And yeah, you got to be sharp as a whip when you're doing these Hot Topics things. That's why it's like hard. Well, it's not that hard for me because I don't really drink as much. I used to, when I was younger, I kind of just binge drink every now and again. Like I'm a social drinker, I guess is what I should say. But yeah, I don't be drinking a lot. So that's why this brain is sharp. Now, y'all know because I'm older, I do be forgetting some stuff. But I do worry about, like, sometimes, like, damn, if you do drink a lot of stuff, what people don't realize that what that ends up doing to your body and the side effects that comes with that. And yeah, a lot of that alcohol does affect the brain. So, but she's got other, ailments besides frontal temporal dementia and aphasia, because she also has, Graves' disease, lymphedema, and what was the other thing that she had where she said it caused her eyes to pop out of her head? So, she always had a lot of, ailments and things. Now, they said receiving a diagnosis has enabled Wendy to receive the medical care that she receives, because while it is irreversible, you're not going to be able to reverse it or anything. It's just like you just got to make the client as comfortable as possible. So, as someone who I've always said, like, one of the people that has always inspired me and has been sort of like a mentor in my head is Wendy Williams. But I have a plethora of mentors. I got Wendy Williams, I have Howard Stern, and I'm sure there's a couple of other, a little Joan Rivers with the everybody can get it reads that I'll be throwing up in here. So I have my little inspirations that I look to when I'm speaking. But at the end of the day, it's like everybody has somebody that has inspired them, and then throw that a little bit of that in the gumbo with all the seasonings, and you just but you be yourself, and that's the key of making situations work. So I was one of those people that I was like, you know what? I wish that Wendy would be on a comeback of sorts, and then she'd be able to kind of give us what we needed. But the damage is done, unfortunately, especially with all the alcohol abuse that she's had over the years, and there's no coming back from that. So I feel for her. All we could do is just, pray for Wendy, feel for her, hope that she's getting the help that she needs. And, well, the care, according to them, they said that she is getting the medical care that she needs. Now, in regards to this lawsuit, do I think that Sabrina is going to get any kind of compensation out of it? No. I feel like the damage is already done. The show is already out there. We saw Wendy in this light. And I feel like what Sabrina's probably mad about is the fact that she's being looked at a way because of the perception of where was the Guardian during all the craziness that was being shown in this reality show. Like, how much what's the word? Like, how much of a role, I guess, did Sabrina have to play as the guardian of Wendy Williams? How many welfare checks was she doing? Was she aware what was going on with her? Did she know if she was of sound of mind, if she was in a right headspace to be doing any kind of performing of any kind, any kind of show ideas, any kind of talk show stuff, any kind of acting projects, whatever was going on? Was she not aware that there was a lot of bottles being around, that was being hidden around the house that her manager Will was finding at the time? And the enabling from some of the people that was going on? Like, how much was she aware of what was going on? And what responsibility are you going to take for this woman who you're supposed to be looking out for in regards of her personal affairs, especially when it comes to the financial stuff. What were you doing? So I say all to say that, well, that's all my thoughts on that. But I want to hear what you guys got to say. And by that, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.